Ooh, okay. Hello, everybody. Had a little technical difficulty there, and you have to really bear with me on this. Wanted to hop on here and do a little really impromptu live stream, mainly just to say hello. I am back. Been just very busy. Life with family has been very busy. This is a terrible angle, so let's readjust. Hey, that's better. Okay. Well, I was gonna use my computer, and apparently I did not have things set up. So, if you're watching, pop up and say where you're watching from. Let me know. This is an area that you may have never seen before, and unfortunately I did not do a video on this. Kind of the reason why I didn't was just because it was very involved. Took a lot of effort just to kind of do this, and so it just didn't feel like something I could accomplish to record this room and do the room in a good effective time. So just kind of did for it, or went for it. So I'm looking at my comments on the computer. We got someone from Texas, Mario. Yeah, how are you? So yeah, this room got accomplished. This is actually the room I talked about for years doing, and I had always thought about doing videos from this build, and it really didn't happen. But I will say this right here, this window, it was my wife's idea to put that in there to kind of put a little bit of light in here. It's more like a window where you can just look through from one room to the other, and there is glass in there. So I did make a video on that. I thought it was a good thing to do. It turned out pretty good, and so I do have a video on that that's pretty much edited. Just have to do the final beauty shot version of it. Also did a front door replacement in our house, and that has been another video that is once again edited but needs the final shots as well. See, we got somebody from Buffalo, New York. Cool. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing? So that video needs to be done. And while I was editing that video, I had another idea for a short video. Take something out of that video, make it a short. Basically how to fill up a nail hole. Real simple. So here I've done a door, I've done this window. I've got this other video that I was going to work on tonight. It's actually a carpenter bee trap. And of all things, carpenter bees are terrible around this time of year. And a good trap is definitely a good way to get rid of them. So I'm going to make a video on that. But it kind of, all of these videos and just the direction of the channel is really kind of formulated the direction I'm going. And if you haven't really noticed, I haven't put a lot of videos up because of just life's been busy. Well, with this room here, I'm going to take a quick scan here. This is my office, home office. I've got guitars. So, that being said, I'm kind of busy in music. I just joined a team at church, and so it takes a little more effort to practice the songs, learn them, and so that's on the agenda now. I've got 2 kids that are just a handful, and just normal life. I do heating, air conditioning. This time of year is extremely busy. Last 3 weeks has just been a very busy, constant time of year. So life's busy, but videos are still being made, just not in the time frame that I would like them to. And I've noticed a difference. I noticed a big change on my side when it comes to my channel. But home DIY is going to be the future focus of what I do on here. Everything I've done that's been well received by you all. It's always been home DIY. It seems like that's always the thing that just hits home. When I did the countertop, that's exactly what that was. It's something you can do in your house. When I distressed wood for projects, it's the same thing. It just falls right into line with that. So I've put a little bit of thought into this, and I may consider doing a little bit of a redesign to kind of fit more with that vibe, because I think that's going to be something I'll be long term doing. And so the logo, I don't think is going to change a whole lot, but it might be tweaked a little bit. Thought about even changing the name, being a craftsman, but that name is something I felt like the Lord gave me, so I don't want to deter away from that. So I'm going to keep the name, but maybe the logo will change just a little bit. Some of the icons and different things might just be altered a little bit, just to kind of fit with that direction. So got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Hoping to create some shorts too. I've never really been big into that, but definitely a lot of good conversation pieces out there to do. Let's see. I used to be on a worship team at my old church. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I tell you, actually, I met my wife in the team. I played the guitar. I always played guitar, and my wife's a singer. We were both at a church that I grew up in. She came to the church later, and met her there, dated, got married, and we ended up going to a couple other churches in between. But every church we've been to, we've served in the praise team to some degree. So it's always been neat to see the journey. Each place we've served at has been a different scenario, and definitely stretches you in a good way, and very excited just to see what's going on with that. But yeah, that is awesome. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna hang on here for a few more minutes. Not really planning on being here too long. Just wanted to pop on and say hi, show my face. I'm still here. I didn't die. I didn't go off the face of the earth. I do know one thing I could update everybody up on. If you noticed a while back, I mentioned about my dad. My dad had a stroke back last July. So a little update on him. He's really not progressed any further than where he's at. He definitely plateaued to where his left side is just not moving. His left leg, left arm's just not moving. And so just working to get him home, get him settled to where he could potentially regain that movement. A lot of statistics out there basically say that once they get home, recovery really picks back up. So we're praying for that, believing for that. But if you remember that story, that message I put up on here, you can maybe go back a few videos, you'll find it. It was something I talked about one point in time. It may or may not be still up. I feel like probably in one of the shop update videos. But I think that's it. I think that's really just about it. Yeah, so thank you all for kind of popping on here with me, and the interaction is always fun. I might consider doing more of these, just to kind of get more connected with y'all. I like doing a live thing. Just like to have an agenda. I don't like to just sit and do this. So, both of my sons play guitar in the youth groups at church. Well, it seems that the people that we've got here in the chat all come from the same cloth. That's cool. That's cool. That is awesome. Well, thank you, Mario. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, he's my dad's. It's hard to tell. I think as a parent, you just try to display a strength that maybe you don't have. I know, sometimes I have to do it for my children, and you just have to do that. So what goes on behind closed doors with him and his thoughts when he's by himself, really don't know. But I know he's changed a lot. He's just, he's tired of being there. He's in a nursing home right now, getting therapy, and he needs to go home, and he can. Just getting him set up at home is what's on the agenda, and that will help him a lot. But I think in his mental state, he struggles with feeling like he's in prison being there, and it's just wearing on everybody, family included. Thank you for the prayers. Yes, so thank you for praying for my dad, and keep him in your prayers. Just pray that he is fully healed. That's the biggest thing that I'd love to see. See him pull through. My girls, he doesn't get to have that grandparent connection and playing and stuff, and it's definitely kind of stinks. But that's more or less my selfish thoughts. Yep, just be positive, be there for them. I'd love to be there a lot more than we are. With my job. Thing is, I don't, another little history on that is I used to work for him. He did heating and air conditioning as well, had his own business, and I just naturally kind of fell into that with him, working for him, and had a couple other people, and so busy, up in the attics, crawling around, crawling in crawl spaces, doing all sorts of things. Very active guy, a lot like me. So July last year, for it to just all pretty well stop, was pretty major. Now, he had retired already. I had already went to a different company. So I kind of thank the Lord. I know the Lord, if he saw this coming, he planned that I wouldn't be in a position, and he planned that he wouldn't be in a position as running a business and all that. But just knowing what he used to do and what he can't do now, it's definitely a challenge. But he knows with my work schedule that it's hard. It's very hard during the weeks. The evenings are just chock full of stuff. When I get home, my wife goes to work. So it's just a busy weeks. And then weekends, well, they're just weekends. So lots builds up there, especially here in the summertime. But we do what we can, and believing and praying for him every time we see him. Praying with him. He always loves it when we pray for him and with him. So, well, I think that's just about it. Looks like I think I've been on here for a little bit, but we got about 12 and a half minutes here. So thank you all for joining me. And if you don't already, I do have an Instagram. You can go follow that. The links should be on the community tab here on YouTube. So you can go and follow me on Instagram. Keep up with any sort of updates I do. I haven't been very active on there either, but hoping to get a little bit more active here as I move forward in this new phase of home DIY kind of stuff. So thank you all for joining, and I'll see you next time in my workshop.